Hello everyone, my name is Tom Hogan. I'm the owner and operator of Steel Highway Webcams, and welcome to Trackside with Tom. This is June 21st of 2023, and pardon me while I just had to shut the door behind me here. I am here and we're looking at Galesburg right now. The reason I've started out with Galesburg, and we're actually going to start rolling a train by that just a few moments ago, started by the webcam. We have a Santa Fe train going by, let me think. This is a eastbound Santa Fe train. I'm pretty sure this eastbound Santa Fe train, yes, going by Peck Park. This weekend is Galesburg Railroad Days. And so we're going to start right off with a few highlights from the Galesburg webcam. And I am going to make just a quick note about the fact that this weekend, at the request of the hosts in Galesburg, we are in fact muting the audio of passing trains and just running the scanner radio for this weekend in Galesburg. And again, this is being done at the request of the host. Excuse me. And so, obviously, we like having we really like having this location. So we want to make sure we want to make sure that we are respectful of our host sites as well. And I did put a little note up there in the top right corner also, scanner audio only this weekend. But if anyone is in the area, go down and check out Galesburg Railroad Days and go down and check out the Peck Park train watching area because it really is pretty fantastic. I know that I got some notes here from Tyler, our video editor, and he actually did a 24-hour audit of Galesburg and came up with something like 93 or 94 moves once you counted all the Amtraks, which we couldn't even see all of them because some of them were blocked by other trains on the Barstow side. But something like 90 some movements over the course of 24 hours in Galesburg. Just a crazy number. And so obviously just a wonderful rail fanning location, and we're very happy to have this location as a part of the Steel Highway network. So as we're rolling this guy by, let's just see here. Hello William Clare, hello Brad Thompson, Mackenzie Grant, Jeeper Preacher, Mark Twain, yes, Mark Murphy, that's right, Turf, Jenny Dobus, M. Helium, Barry Anderson, Bradley, Thompson. Yes, excited for next week's installs. Those are going to be pretty exciting, I agree. Andrew, good to see you. A-Train, C&W Butler Junction, Leah Villanueva. Hello and welcome to Steel Highway. Welcome to Trackside with Tom. We're going to go back a little bit further, and let's see here. I think we had I think we had a barbecue going. They were actually cooking some food there. That's why. I thought there was a bug crawling on the. At first there was a bug crawling on the camera lens, but nope, it's the grill going. So now we have a westbound move on the Santa Fe. And another intermodal train, this time with the front door open, probably for air conditioning in the lead unit, and force some air through as they're running down the tracks. Yes. Hello, fellow Steel Highwaymen. Yes. Daniel Swanson. Oh, apparently I did not mute my phone. Pardon me for a moment while I take care of that. That's quite embarrassing. All right. Did they hope the Trempolo Railcam can be reset? Yes. In July, I'm going to be making a trip up to the Winona area, and I am going to be doing some maintenance on that Tremolo webcam to try to get it to work a little more reliably. What else have we got here? Let's see here. Did they do some brush whacking tree trimming here at Peck Park? I think that's very possible. I know that there's a group of very devoted individuals that go down to Peck Park and help clean up the property there where the camera is located. Michael Richmond, hello. Andrew, oh, I believe it. Yes, absolutely. Tyler, good to see you. Brian Rock Railfan. Southeast Iowa Railfans. Hey, how are you guys doing tonight? Mark Twain, Tim Lester, Jaden Aaron, Trains of Minnesota, and Brian Rock. Yep, good evening, everyone. Glad to have everyone on board. And a little later in the program, we will talk about those installs and some programming notes for upcoming episodes of Trackside with Tom. So, yeah, thank you everyone for checking in tonight. I see we have 37 people logged in live. Jeff Pleamer, hello, how are you doing? And yes, oh, we have some piggybacks on the back of this. This isn't just container train. This is what the BNSF, I believe, refers to as a mail train with the UPS trailers on the rear. So we have some timestamps that were submitted, and the first one I'm going to go to is actually the eastbound Amtrak number 6 at Mount Pleasant at 13:54 today. So if we go across to Mount Pleasant Coffee Depot, and thank you, of course, to our private hosts there in Galesburg at the Peck Park location. Now, we are going to back this up to 13:54. There's 15:08. We got to go a little bit further. 14:09. We're almost there. And we have Amtrak coming into town. And we can hear him whistling, seeing people waiting patiently at the crossing for their train or their loved ones to disembark the train when it arrives. This guy is kind of crawling into the station today. We've got, let's see here, Amtrak number 83 and number 40 in the lead. This is the eastbound California Zephyr. The number 6 is the train number that Amtrak has given it. And he is really kind of crawling up to the station. And the note that I got was that there are, in fact, some private cars on the rear of this train. So we're going to watch him come to a stop here, and then we will make sure and watch him depart as well. Let's see here. Jeff Pleamer, Mackenzie Grant, Brian Griffin, hello. I'm certain you're a first-timer to check out Trackside with Tom. So good to see you there. Mackenzie Grant, A-Train. Yes, each California Zephyr had private varnish on it today. We're going to check out the westbound as well. Absolutely. 1640 East Dubuque East, CN M338 with a full EMD consist, GTW Heritage Unit, and a GTW Jeep. All right. Well, we will definitely check that out. So, as we advance through, we're going to skip ahead just a little bit here and get to where Amtrak is actually departing, and then we will see the rear of the train go by with these private cars that are in tow. So it looks so far like pretty standard Amtrak California Zephyr consist. There's the not quite dome car, the dome knockoff car that they have. And then we've got the sleepers. Oh, they're stopping twice. Oh, okay. They stop for the coaches and then they stop again for the sleepers. That's interesting. Not something that you see too often, making 2 stops there. Number 6 was on the other track out of Ottumwa. It would have crossed over east of Fairfield. All right, I'm a little quiet. Well, I can probably turn up my volume a little bit. That's actually not a criticism that I field very often. Usually I'm told that I'm too loud. So thanks for the note. I appreciate it. And the mic volume is turned up for me. So what do we have on the rear here? We have a Boston and Maine. Oh, we have a Milwaukee Road dome car, full-length dome. And we have, I'm not sure of that last one, the blue with yellow pinstriping. Looks kind of Baltimore and Ohio-ish, but I don't think that's right. So, all right, well, there goes the eastbound California Zephyr. Consist is actually in reverse order, so the transition dorm connected with the private cars. All right. Well, that's good to know. Then we are going to advance to 1802 for the westbound Amtrak with another private coach in tow. And 17. Oh, and we have Noah Bolte calling in. Noah Bolte is going to be joining us. Mr. Noah Bolte, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing just fine. Sorry for the late entry here, but I just got on my computer actually.
Oh, it's all right. We just rolled by the eastbound California Zephyr, which had 3 private cars on the rear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It had a Milwaukee Road full-length dome. It had what looked like a Boston and Maine chair car. And then a car that was blue with a yellow pinstripe and white around the windows.
Interesting.
It looked kind of, I told them in the chat, it looked kind of Baltimore and Ohio-ish. Like their early streamlined passenger scheme. But it doesn't appear that, I don't think it was lettered at all.
Let's see. I'm going to roll this by on my playback here, and I'm actually going to zoom in when I'm able to see the reporting marks. Okay, I've got something. We've got it is called the Berlin RPCX 2263. Okay. So I'm going to Google that real quick, actually.
Yeah. Well, here is our westbound California Zephyr, also at Mount Pleasant.
2263. Okay. So according to Railroad Pictures Archives or whoever, input this data here, it was initially a former UP coach, and then it became Amtrak, and then it became AEE, AOE, and then PPCX, and now it's RPCX. Okay. So if that's right, interesting history there, but I truly don't know quite yet. I'm going to keep looking here and see if we can...
if that's accurate, then it's seen an awful lot of different paint schemes over its life.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing now is nowhere near the original intent of the builders.
Absolutely not, yeah.
So, all right. I'm going to advance here a little bit because we're going to see what this private car is on the rear of the westbound California Zephyr.
Oh, okay. Now I've got some context for it. So it was built in '56 for the UP as a sleeper, the Placid Lake, and then the American European Express got it and renamed it the Berlin. So
Okay.
that's why it has that paint scheme.
Yeah, that's the no, you're thinking the American Orient Express.
Well, yeah.
That's what AOE would be, American Orient Express. Wasn't that was one of the sets of reporting marks that it had?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what have we got coming up on the rear of... Man, this is kind of a goofy looking car. I'm not going to lie.
Let me see.
This has had some modifications made to it.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't say goofy. I know that people love their private passenger coaches, and I apologize if there are any... I apologize if there are any private car owners in the crowd tonight. But this is a very unique, how shall we say, renovation or refurbishment that's been done to this private on the rear of the CZ.
Mm-hmm. Might look a little bit goofy on the outside, but I'm sure on the inside the view is fantastic.
Yeah. So when it comes up here, you'll see it's got these big, like the Vistadome style windows up on the front end. And then to the rear, it's got the standard coach windows. And
wow.
It's still lettered for Seaboard.
That is funky.
That is that is definitely a one-of-a-kind type of passenger coach I have not seen before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The next timestamp that I was going to jump over. Well, did you have any timestamps you wanted to share, Noah? Since we got you on board
I have
here?
not looked at any cams at all today, so I'm flying blind right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are going to jump ahead then to one more timestamp here at Mount Pleasant, because there has been kind of a big story, I guess, here in eastern Iowa with the pair of bluebonnets that's been running back and forth from the Galesburg to Eddyville and Galesburg to Des Moines trains. And we apparently have a timestamp for them. Is this week number 2 of the Bluebonnet Express?
I don't know the first day it started. I want to say it was... Yeah, I think it might be week number 2. They've been running 663 and 664 between Burlington and Eddyville for whatever reason, instead of from Galesburg, I guess. So I don't exactly know how the cars are getting to Burlington. I'm going to guess that maybe Gowland is making giant setouts in Burlington now. I truly do not know, but oh, there's some chasers.
Yeah, there are some very motivated. Well, I'm pretty sure the one is Eric Morris.
Okay.
Maybe, or Joey Olch. I can't tell for sure.
I don't think Joey tonight.
All right.
Oh, Patrick's here now.
Hello, Patrick.
Hi, this is a bit of an impromptu thing, but we're about to see a grain train here, so I might live stream that if possible.
Where are you at? Give us some context.
Ottumwa.
Ottumwa Amtrak station.
Yeah, Ottumwa Amtrak station.
Oh, so well now we found out who the people on the cam were then.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, there were a lot of what cam? The Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
No, we made a dire I made a dire navigation mistake, and we ended up started heading back towards home.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just driving, and then there's a sign that says Iowa City's 47 miles away, and then I'm just screaming.
Okay.
And then a questionable maneuver was made, and we were back on our way.
All right. So we have Patrick and Evan Weber with us now, live in the chat. So thank you guys for jumping in here. Are you gonna actually have a live stream for us to share here in a moment?
I can roll by the grain train. I don't know if I think we're still gonna be on air by the time that the Santa Fe gets here.
Yeah. Well, he went 2008. He went by Mount Pleasant.
Is he coming first?
He might be.
Santa Fe's coming first. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Right on topic.
This is interesting. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'll set the video down.
Just drop it on one of them poles. There's that station sign for it there.
Well, while you guys are working on that, waiting for your train to show up, we're going to jump over to another webcam.
It's right.
It's like right there, so.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
It's coming.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Well, all right. You're live. We're on Trackside with Tom now. And these guys, they are at the the Ottumwa Passenger Depot, which is, what, about a mile and a half or a mile east of the Ottumwa webcam location?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. And we're getting, you think this is the empty grain train?
Nope, this is the Santa Fe duo.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes, the real deal.
Well, we're going to get
It's a shame it wasn't the BN duo.
Shut up.
This is this is the sort of live reporting that you can only get on Trackside with Tom. This is the literal definition of we are Trackside, watching a train go by in real time. So good work, guys.
All right, I'm going to go shoot the train. We can't hear you anymore.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, I'm going to keep talking because obviously my job is here to entertain people. But I hope that we're going to get a really good... Well, no, it's whistle ordinance there in Ottumwa, so we're not going to get the horn. That's too bad.
Even so, I mean, hey, you know, if it's a nice crew, maybe they'll give a couple toots, because it's not like there's a, you know, it's not like there's going to be a crossing in the middle of the platform anyway. But we do have a good view here. I mean, this is a fantastic vantage. You know, this is great.
Yes, it is. You can actually see the former CB&Q bunkhouse there on the back side as well.
Here we go. Nice. That is cool.
And he's turned it, so we get to see Patrick, and we get to see the going away shot too. Hello, Evan.
Oh, we get to see the pog face. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, it's a pretty short train.
Short train for Eddyville tonight.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Quite possibly one of the coolest trains in Central Iowa right now.
Well,
yeah,
that's
no, this was your redemption arc with this train, Evan.
No kidding. Yeah, I have had one heck of a time trying to go for this thing. Got completely screwed. Got a backlit shot of them tied down. Wasted about $50 on a tank of gas.
Yeah.
But it's nice to finally get it in the bag in good light. So
yeah. Well, and we were just talking about before you guys dialed in about how this has been going on for like a week and a half now. We don't know how long that duo is going to remain together.
Right. I mean, it could be months. It could be tomorrow that it goes back to Galesburg for the last time. Who knows? Well,
I am switching away from your live stream now and going back to cameras. But when you have another train that's that grain train nearby, if you get that in the next 35 minutes, we'll definitely switch back over to you.
Yeah.
You just want to hang out here? So.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. You may as well hang out and comment on Trackside with Tom with us.
Yeah, might as well.
Absolutely gorgeous night to be on foot tonight, honestly. I mean, now that the sun's set, you got no sun beating on you. It's not very humid.
So we're going to Mills Tower now. And I actually have... So I want to get an opinion on this. And we're going to open up a poll. But first I'm going to find our first timestamp. I'm going to find our first timestamp over at... where did we go here? Yes. We're going to go to 11:41 and get our first timestamp at Mills Tower.
Ah, the font and stuff has been updated here. Okay.
It has. So this is the old style. And this is what I had been using for many of the webcams up until very recently. And we're going to 1141. And we're going to see, I believe, a southbound move for the UP Job 16. And as he rattles his way across the diamond, we have the UP 831 and we have the UP 1072.
All right.
And so this is the older style of text that I've been using. This is what's called adaptive text, which means that you can see how like there's a little bit of white where the tree is, and the text is supposed to adapt to the lighting conditions around it and switch between black and white. And I always thought it was kind of annoying, but you know, it serves its purpose. It definitely works well at night versus the day, right?
Sure.
And then what I've switched to is the all-white text on a kind of transparent black background or translucent black background, which is, it seems like it's easier to read, I think.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
So I am going to start a poll here. We're going to engage with the audience and start a poll. And the question is going to be, the other examples, so for instance, at Waupaca, Galesburg, Fort Madison, I've already adapted this text in a number of different locations. So, do you, or no, which text format do you like better? And the two options are the older style with adaptive text or a newer style with oops, I still can't spell. There we go. With white text on black background. And I put in too many words there. I'm just going to say newer style white text / black background. There we go. Oh,
we got a grain train coming.
You do?
We do.
All right. Well then, we can switch back over to you. Are you going to put your phone back on live?
If I can find a good spot, yeah.
Headlights off.
Well, they're passing a train.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right.
All right.
If you're going to go live, I'll switch back over to you, yes.
Yeah, let me find a good, like an acceptable place to put my phone.
Okay.
Probably over here. There's all this light. Yeah, I'll grab that for you.
It's going to be like a minute.
Ask the community, what do people like? Which text format do you like better for the heads-up display on Steel Highway webcams? All right, you got this figured out
Am I
yet,
allowed
Patrick?
to give my opinion?
No.
And while you're doing that, I am going to look for another timestamp at Mills Tower. So what is this? What is the significance of the grain train? Or is it just something else that
There's
happens?
nothing significant about it. It's just a grain train.
Okay.
Just
You're down there chasing those
it's
blue bonnets,
Eddyville.
and it just happens to be down there at the same time.
Yeah, it's an Eddyville grain train.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like extremely special, but you know, there's something.
Right.
They're probably crossing the diamond right now.
All right. Are you gonna switch over and give us a live view again?
Yeah, they're still at least a mile out, if not a little less.
Well, go ahead and go live, and I'll switch over to you.
All right.
And after we're done with that, I don't know if Waupaca has been featured on a Trackside episode yet or not, but I do have some timestamps lined up. Nothing super significant, but it is interesting to look at. You know, we've got there's a stack train that kind of showcases something different in recent CN developments, sort of. So that might be neat to take a look at.
I think I know the stack train that you're talking about. I was definitely looking for that earlier today as well.
Yeah.
All right, we got a train coming up here.
All right. So we are back on the Ottumwa passenger platform, and now we're waiting for another westbound. I see some.
Eastbound.
What's that?
This is an
eastbound.
Oh, this is a loaded grain train. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh, yeah, I see the orientation now. All right, we're looking for an eastbound loaded grain train going to Galesburg. Got it.
Yep, so this one is going to go by the Ottumwa cam before it gets to them now.
Right. Yes, if anyone is looking at the Main Street Donuts Ottumwa webcam, you will see it there first, but then we're going to have it here just a few moments later.
You know, we might be able to chase it if we were able to get over there in time. Let me check it right now. I'm watching it. I'm contributing to the profits of Steel Highway. How dare I?
Oh, it's so fantastic. Thank you,
I cannot
Noah.
believe you.
Yeah. They haven't made it to the Ottumwa camp yet. We could technically chase this thing on the episode tonight if you want to.
Just barely. Oh yeah.
I see I'm starting to see the headlights on the corner of the screen, I think.
Yeah.
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 It's coming up here.
Well, let's get caught up on our comments here quick. Let's see here. We've got some comments. Southeast Iowa Rail. Are there going to be more camera installations on the BNSF Ottumwa sub? I do not have any more planned at this time. I have other places that I would love to have cameras on the Ottumwa sub, but at the moment, I don't have any other leads that I'm pursuing. I guess that's the best way to put it. I definitely feel like, you know, Burlington would be an obvious one, right? If I could find a good location in Burlington, I think that'd be a fantastic place for a webcam. And you really would get to see the progression of the trains at Galesburg, coming off the Mendota sub, getting on the Ottumwa sub, going by Burlington, Mount Pleasant, Ottumwa, and points west, right? One thing that I can tell you is that, speaking of the Mendota sub, I am going to be meeting with the folks that operate the Mendota Museum and Depot on Sunday afternoon. And they sound very interested in having a webcam at their location. So let's see here. What else have we got for comments and questions? Oh, I hear bells coming. I think I've talked long enough.
There is in fact a train on the way.
You might have to angle that down a little more for us to be able to see. Yeah, that's better. All right. Well, let's see what the head-end power is going by here.
I like the shadows moving.
It is a pretty neat effect, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And he is kind of just crawling along.
Oh yeah, he's dragging his heels.
Uh-huh. I don't know if he's running on an approach or what the story is exactly. So, we've got a GE head out, followed by an NSG, and followed by a third GE, a BNSF. Was that an H4 GE?
Yeah, both of them are H3s. The first one was significantly cleaner than the second one.
Yeah. And
Good
you can
leader.
see how these are these repurposed BN coal hoppers that have covers on them now that they use for feed trains.
Yup. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Kind of a staple of our Ottumwa subcams.
It really is. All right. So while the grain train is rolling by, or the feed train is rolling by, let's see here. Yes, hello. American Orient Express rebranded as American European Express after receiving a letter from the real Orient Express in Europe, or so the story goes. Yeah, they had to rename themselves, and now I think they're defunct. I think they're completely out of business now.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah. The rear of number 5, ex-Seaboard Airline Sun Series Lounge Hollywood Beach. All windows are original. That's fascinating.
Oh, now that you say that does sound right, because I have seen pictures of those like actually on the Seaboard. Yeah. I don't know why that didn't occur to me sooner. That's right.
Yeah, well, Mark Twain here is a Georgia native, so he is probably our Seaboard Coastline or Seaboard Airline resident expert at the moment.
Sure. I like the name.
We have lost the feed, so we're going to go ahead and switch away from that. Patrick, well, thank you for the roll-bys.
I'm going to hop off now, so...
Yeah. But we're going to go back over to Mills Tower now.
Yep.
Let's see here. We're going to 1604 for job 40 at Mills Tower. So we're going to jump ahead here. Now, this is the new style of lettering and the new timestamp that we have going on. 1615, 1646. We got to go back a little bit here. 1604. Oh, that's why. I was way too far past it. 1604. That's what I need. 1605. I don't see a 1604. Oh, wait. Yep, there it is.
There you go.
He must be pretty short. All right.
Pretty short, you say. Is this going to be one of the CN locals?
No, this is a southbound. This is job 40 on the UP.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Because short would describe the CN locals as of recent. That's a pretty accurate description for them, or at least most of the time. Every once in a while they'll be kind of long, but I've noticed quite a few shorter L570s and 71s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to jump ahead to... we will actually get the locals meeting here a little bit later at Mills Tower as well.
Oh, nice.
So the 1543, it looks like a SD40N, the 1610, and then was that a Jeep 40 in the lead?
Yeah, Jeep 40, Jeep 38. I don't know my UP Jeep numbers too well, but
yeah,
definitely one of the two.
All right, so a very short job 40 going south today, but always nice to see those SD40s. All right, 1745. Oh, a little too far.
Oh.
Little bit too far. Got to see what the head-end power is. 1745. Here it comes.
Could it be an SD75? Let's find out. Oh, would you look at that?
It is. And
Pair
we
of
have
them.
a second one.
Yep. Pretty typical these days.
Yes.
It kind of seems like CN has relegated them to, I don't know, predictable short-haul local service, sort of, because here and up on the Stevens Point to Minneapolis local trains, they really have been kind of gathering in those areas, which I assume is just because they're kind of as they're phasing them out, they're slowly starting to send them down to Muncie, Indiana, to get rebuilt, because the first few have already arrived there. So at some point this year, we're going to start seeing those. I don't remember the designation. I want to say SD75 ACCs, something like that. So
yeah, when they come out of rebuild.
Yeah, keep an eye out for those.
Yes. All right. So we're looking at, this is the CN 570 eastbound local between Fort Dodge and Waterloo. And based on the speed that he's going, I'm assuming he's pulling into the siding there at Mills to make his meet.
Mm-hmm.
Getting caught up on our comments again here. Let's see here. Yes, Main Street Donuts. Eastbound Local had an ABA power earlier this evening. I wonder if he's talking about the Gal DMO.
I think he was talking about the 664, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Because Gal DMO, most of the time, with a few exceptions, most of the time, Gal DMO power-wise looks basically identical to Gallon or any other normal manifest. Sometimes it'll have cool stuff on it, but it's not as guaranteed as the actual locals.
Right. Let's see here. Couple of triple bluebonnets in past months. All right, well that's interesting. I know that Michael Richmond is down in Missouri, so they get a different power set than what we see operating between the hubs of Northtown and Galesburg, which is where most of our power is supplied from.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hello, Luke, Riveted Rail fan. Good to see you. Barry Anderson. Yes, we are looking at the new text format right now. And hello. Does anyone know about why the umbrella shed at this station has no roof? Oh, it was taken down. It was actually deemed, I believe, some kind of a safety hazard because it was literally crumbling. And it was taken down, and supposedly they're working on some kind of joint capital improvement project with Amtrak to get the canopies replaced. They don't have a train shed there, but they have canopies over the waiting areas and the platforms. And so they're waiting on Amtrak to supply some of the funding to replace the lighting and parts of those canopies. So that's what's going on in Ottumwa. Venus by the Moon. Oh yeah, Brian Griffin. All right. When we were looking at the through the canopies there, the open canopies at Ottumwa, that I think you're right. I think that Venus is visible. We might, if we have any astronomers here in the group that can confirm that. I believe that is accurate for this time of year. Foreign power second out. Everyone take a chance to check out the new view on East Dubuque West. Signs are clearly visible and trees and shrubs are gone.
Huh?
We need to check that out, absolutely.
Yeah.
And S unit on the Ottumwa sub. Yep, Mendota, Illinois. They removed them long ago, yes. But I've heard as they renovate the platforms here at Ottumwa, they'll be restoring the awnings as well. Yes, that's absolutely right. Incoming. Canopy. Refurbished and reinstalled. Closed hoppers uses a grainer. Yes, falling up. Welcome to the program. Falling up 90.
A-Train has just informed us that 664 was the one with the ABA set at 1857 on the Ottumwa cam. If you're curious enough to go back to that later on here.
All right. That would be a great cam location at Mendota. Yes, I agree. One way for coal cars getting phased out of original use. Yes, that is absolutely right. Best Friends is on the Hollywood Beach right now. Okay, that's good. Timestamp for Fort Madison, 1853-34. Definitely like the newer version of the lettering. Yeah, I think that, I definitely think that I'm going to start switching all of the cameras over to this lettering. As I'm looking at it now, we have 79% that prefer the newer style of lettering to the older style with adaptive text. So we're going to end the poll. Thank you to the 33 people who voted. We have, it looks like, well, we had a peak of 57 people watching at one point. We're at 53 right now, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hello, Jenny Dobus. Hello, Bradley Thompson. Hello, Buddy Burton. All right, there is our local pulling into the siding at Mills, or at Mills. Yes, not Mills Tower, but Mills. And then we have to advance a little ways to 1913 to find the eastbound local. And nice enough that it's, you know, it's June and we have pretty long days, so we have a lot of daylight still at this time of the evening, even when they are kind of late making their meets. And, oh, we have a 3-pack this time.
Oh, spicing it up a little bit.
But we have, well, it's a 75 leading.
M-2, and then another 75. Okay.
And then,
I see.
Yeah.
A little bit of a sandwich going on.
We're throwing a wrench in the works here.
I know. It's pretty wild for for CN in the current year.
Yeah. All right. Well, this guy is rolling by. Let's see here. Very short train with an ugly sounding E-bell. Yes. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those either, I'll admit. 570 was 55.18 feet, and 571 was 59.19 feet today.
Not too bad.
Yeah, decent-sized trains. CN has kept the Iowa locals 337, 338 consistently the same power since September of last year. It was entirely variety up to that point. Totally agree. It's gotten relatively boring watching those go in and out from Gary to Waterloo. Let's see here. SD75 ACCs. Yes. 50 rebuilds planned for that particular rebuild program. Would love to see a cam in Fort Collins, Colorado. Street running. Yes. Yeah, I can see that. Was watching severe weather hit Matador, Texas. Interesting. Big tornado, apparently. Camera at Dalton Junction. Sure, where are you going to put a camera at Dalton Junction? I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but we have to be realistic about finding, host sites, too.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy stops, and he works for quite a while. And then, are we going to actually see... Because I think on the rear of this train, there is actually... I wanted to get to the rear of this train. What else do we have here? Yeah, 664. There's your ABA set. Thank you. And Drew Dobbins. No, Gal DMO is always lame. All right. Yeah. We'll keep that in mind.
He gets it.
Yep. We had a BC Rail boxcar there. Yep. CN experienced PTC problems at Mills Tower. All right. Canopy replacement is underway right now. First section is going back up. Interesting. I did not know they had already begun that. All right. CN stack bear table train through Munger at 1949. One on the point, one on the rear. Yeah, thank you, Turf. Let's see here. Any other cam locations in Mizzou, Missouri? That's not, I guess at the moment, I'm always open to suggestions, but I don't have any concrete plans at this time. Oh, and here, this is what I was talking about. We've got this Herzog train attached to the rear of the 571. And so that's what I was hoping to get to.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. You had one timestamp that you wanted us to jump over to on Waupaca.
It wasn't anything significant, but yeah. So if we go to, actually, let me get directly to that one because there were a few of them. Let's go to that stack train. So that's going to be at 1825.
All right. Beautiful view of the Waupaca Depot here this evening. 1935. Go back a little bit further. 1854. I think we found it.
And then we are also being told by Buddy that there's something worth looking at 1419 on Clinton.
So here goes our stack train going northbound by Waupaca.
And if you look closely, you'll see an abundance of these hub group containers, which basically were diverted off CP tracks into Canada, and are now taken care of by CN.
Yes.
Thanks to their UPs and CN's, let's just say, recently kindled relationship.
Recently rekindled relationship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of EMP containers as well. Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
So to give you some background on this for people that weren't aware of it, a couple months before the CPKC merger was actually finalized, the UP kicked the CP out of the hub group EMD or EMP container group. And now CN is getting that traffic instead.
Yeah.
So
And you are seeing that in full force right now.
yeah, definitely. And quite a bit of evergreen containers. These are all these international shipping containers, the Costco's. Yeah, these are all the 40-foot international containers, and then you see like a pair of the 20s there below a 40. And earlier in the train, we had some 53s stacked on top of 40s.
I really like that look.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
do
a
too.
totally random thing, but I love the overhang.
Yep.
It's kind of, you look at it, especially when you're low on the ground compared to it. It's just neat to look at.
All right. That's right. Container wars. Yes.
Right. It's true.
Storage wars, but this is container wars. Yes. All right. It is the longest day of the year today. That is correct. Brian Griffin, the newer lettering is especially better at night when the sky is black and the streetlights glare. Yes, totally agree. I've really gotten kind of tired of the adaptive lettering, which is why I started to go to this. And I've been really happy with how it's turned out so far. This is another example, by the way, of the new lettering scheme that I'm using for the heads-up display part of these webcams.
And I feel like the text itself is just kind of, I don't want to say it's more concise, but it's slightly more compact. Like you can see all the info you want to see without darting your eyes around. It's just all right there. So I do like that as well.
Oh. Well, Drew decided to take a shot at the BNSF. Longest day of the year, and 663 still can't make it to Ottumwa in daylight.
Oh.
All right, well, that's the way it works out sometimes. Longest day of the year, and CN waited till all the sun was basically gone to run northbound on the Missabe. Oh, such foamer problems. Such rail fan problems, I guess, for sure. And we have some camera operation going on here in Waupaca. So, LSCR train by my house. All right, that's good to know. Waterloo sub is still worth rail fanning. Cool shots every now and then. Amazing or interesting CN local leading, such as CN 5743. All right. Yeah, that multi-purpose machine. That's what that is. On the Herzog machine. Larry Osborne watching some tornado coverage before he came over also. All right. We'll go to Buddy Burton's timestamp on Clinton, which is going to be right over here. Clinton, Iowa. Clinton County Historical Society. We need to remember to thank all of our hosts. This is going to be our last roll-by of the day. But where was our timestamp for Clinton?
Let me scroll back. So that was 1419.
1419. All right. All right. Well, we are. Oh, we can hear him get his track warrant too.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, it's not a track warrant. He's talking to he's talking through a Form B. He's talking about he's getting talked by red boards. All right. So, this is supposed to be 2 KCS Tier 4 GEVOs when it comes around the curve toward us.
Spoiler.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anybody reading the comments would already know that too, so that's why I don't feel like I'm exactly giving away state secrets here. But yes, here it is, rolling north. Two brand new KCS Tier 4s, running elephant style, going north. All right.
On an empty oil train, nice.
Yep. And here we see the going away shot, going northbound.
You know, I am still not used to that little rip track, house track being gone from that area.
Yeah, it was a scale track actually, but they would park their local power there also. So this is actually, for those of you that are in any way familiar with the operations in Clinton, the CP and IC&E was using this depot that's actually just out of the frame to the left and north of the UP, interlocking at 5th Street. And they've moved their whole operation down, and they now have a depot that's south of 5th Street where they go on and off work. But they had a scale track here where they would tie up their power overnights as well. And now that whole operation is done, and the scale track, I believe, is taken completely out.
Mm-hmm. I just remember, you know, going down there when I was anywhere from 7 to 15 years old, and always, pretty much consistently, always seeing some sort of interesting local power park down there. But those days are no more.
Oh yeah, you could go over there. Sometimes they'd have the pair of ex-Sioux Line Jeep 9s parked there. 103, 105 would be up there on the Clinton local at times. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Container Wars. Thanks for taking a poll of the viewers. Yes, absolutely. Tiger Cool has gone belly up. Okay.
Oh yeah, they have. Yeah, like they just shut all the doors the other morning.
Really?
Like, and yeah, apparently I haven't looked too much into it, but I did see the headline in the first few paragraphs of some article. Yeah, apparently they're done.
Huh.
It just came without warning. Yeah, it's kind of a mystery.
I had no idea.
I didn't either. It just kind of happened. It took everyone by surprise.
All right. Well, let's, all right, get caught up on our comments, and then we're going to be, this is going to be our last roll-by of the night. 40-foot well cars, yeah. CNUP relationship goes back 20 years on and off, yes, that's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
13 trains at Mills so far today, not counting the 2 UP locals. Dubuque Junction South, 1550 GT units, yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't get over to that.
Oh shoot, I forgot that happened.
You've got you've got the timestamps. Go check out Dubuque Junction in East Dubuque to see the GT Heritage unit go through there. Independence, Missouri this Saturday for a fire truck and classic car show. Solar panels on top of the engines. No, those are not solar panels. Those are radiators. Those are massive radiators and cooling vents on the tops of the locomotives. Making fun of one of my good friends sending a clip and said he was riding the goofy private car tonight. Okay, well, that works. Crazy to not see 2 hoppers or buffer car on the front of this train. Yeah, well, it's not considered hazardous.
Yeah, it's one of those Drew bit trains.
Yeah. So as we roll by the rear of this empty oil train going north, I will point out that next week we are not going to have Trackside with Tom. I'm going to be on the road all week, and I am going to, in 6 days, install 6 webcams next week. So wish me luck. Yes. And after that, we're going to do 3 episodes the first 3 weeks of July. So it's going to be something like the 5th, the 12th, and the 19th of July, I believe, if I've got those dates correct. And then after that, we're going to be off the air from the last week of July until my kids get back into school in August. So we're going to take about a 1-month hiatus from Trackside with Tom, or maybe like a 5-week hiatus from Trackside. And when we come back, we are going to be back on a new time slot, which is going to be Wednesdays at noon. So that is what we have to look forward to in the coming days and weeks and months. So thank you to all of our host sites. We checked in at Mills Tower, which is the Iowa Falls Historical Society. We checked in at Mount Pleasant Coffee Depot. We were at, Clinton County Historical Society, obviously. Nelson Strike Zone in Waupaca. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. I guess then Patrick and Noah for giving us the live downtown Ottumwa shot at the passenger platform.
Hey, I'm known to teleport from here to Ottumwa all the time. I get it. No need to thank me.
So, all right. That is all we've got for tonight. Thank you, Noah, for being on board with me here. And thank you to Evan and Patrick for calling in. Noah, do you have any final thoughts for us before we log off?
Stay healthy, everyone, and don't get in Tom's way on his crusade for the webcams next week. It's going to be scary.
Yes, well, I'm going to be way outside of the state of Iowa, so I don't know how many of the constituency here is that far east, but we're going to definitely make the most of it. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Everyone, have a fantastic evening, and we will be back on the air in 2 weeks, Wednesday, July 5th.
Yep, see you guys.
Yep, have a fantastic night.